Darkness. Picture this. You go up for a header in the middle of a semifinal soccer match for the state championship. While this is occurring, the elbow of another player comes flying out of the air towards your face, and then boom, darkness. After what seems to be a couple of seconds, you wake up, only to find that you have been taken to the sidelines and are being evaluated by an athletic trainer. So, what is this that just occurred? What I've just described to you is a concussion. So, according to a study done by JAMA Pediatrics, researchers from the University of Colorado Denver and the University of Colorado School of Medicine stated that for every 10,000 high school players that step out onto the soccer field, about 5 males and 9 females will suffer from a concussion. According to WebMD, a concussion is a dangerous traumatic brain injury, a TBI that is caused by a jolt to the head that causes the brain to move rapidly back and forth in the skull. This can cause swelling, chemical alterations, and damage to brain cells. So, besides this, concussions can also cause a wide variety of devastating symptoms. According to WebMD, the short-term symptoms include headaches, nausea, memory loss, sensitivity to light, and many other symptoms. But the long-term effects, these are the ones I want to focus on. The long-term effects of multiple head trauma can lead to CTE, which is chronic traumatic encephalopathy. So according to Anne McKee and a team of medical professionals, this is a neurodegenerative disease that is caused by repeated head injuries. CTE is a tauopathy, which is a family of diseases that can often cause the deterioration of the brain. So, according to the Concussion Foundation, symptoms of CTE include dementia, depression, and increased memory loss. Symptoms can even manifest up to 10 years as late of the initial concussion. They are very similar to the symptoms shown in Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So today, what I am advocating for is the use of protective headgear in all United States soccer matches, sanctioned games for children's ages 6 to 18. So in soccer, there's a very high chance of head-to-head collisions with another player when you're going up for a header, just because of the fact that both of you are staring at the ball, and as you come together, it's going to have increase the risk of a head-to-head contest. So this could lead to players sustaining head injuries and being removed from play and having worse damage down the line. So the policy before. So what is the policy before? Right now, the policy is that the National Operating Committee on Standards for Athletic Equipment, or NOCSE, which is an independent and non-profit organization that actually sets standards for gear for sports, especially youth sports. So what the standards include are gear like football helmets, gloves, face masks, baseball and softball helmets, and even soccer shin guards. So currently the only standard for soccer is the shin guard, which is surprising because even football has a standard for the hands, what gloves they can wear, which doesn't really seem to be as as important as the head or the headgear that could have a standard for soccer. So there has been some new research. So Virginia Tech's Helmet Lab, they ran a study using a custom impactor, which sent 2 dummies on a head-to-head collision to test the amount of brain damage that would be done if it was a real collision. They used a star system to judge the headgear. So the scores ranged from 0.16 to 0.85. And while the study displays that wearing a protective band or cap will always provide more protection than not, it also goes to show that there aren't really that many standards for the headgear that you can buy on the market today. So compared to football, this is actually not like in football, there's this very set standard where in order to have your headgear sold on the market and to have a helmet sold on the market, you need to have a certain standard of helmet. But currently, with the headgear that you can buy for soccer, there's no standard, there's no testing, and that is why it's very unsafe to know what you're buying when you buy headgear for soccer. So I hope to alter this policy by advocating for the addition of protective headgear to be implemented in the high school federation rules for the game of soccer. According to a comparative study done by Don Dennison, a former USSF referee and US soccer member, there is no mention of protective headgear in the gear sections of the NCAA, the USSF, and other and even European leagues for protective headgear. So what this means is that currently for youth and for professional levels, there is no standard for headgear. I I myself played soccer all throughout high school, and the worst part was when I had to miss games because of a concussion or some type of injury. I want to see everyone thrive and everyone have success in the sport that they choose. But when something so blatant as protecting your head is just forgotten because it's not in the culture of the game, that's when it maybe is time to rethink the culture of the game and to favor the protection of people. In a time such as now, when protection means everything and safety is the most important, maybe take a second and to think, hey, I should get my head in the game. Thank you.